was like, oh yeah, we're streaming. It's all good. And then I went to go hit go live, and then it was like, oh no. It says it's an excellent connection. All right, I'm just gonna hit go live.
How you rolling?
9.
9. Rolling really shit.
We are now live.
8.
Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. Nick.
Tyler. Oh, my mic's droopy.
That's Drake, even though he won't come over here, and I'm Joe.
I am.
Damn.
We got an audience tonight, I guess,
Put your face
because he's
in
not
front of the
participating. I'd like to see him participate.
camera. Just go.
Actually, real quick, I didn't even think about this. Joe, talking to your mic.
Check. Talk. Sorry, I didn't mean to pull your mic. I'm trying to get closer so I can hear me better.
Yeah.
Check.
Maybe I do need to turn some stuff up.
I'm a talking in my mind. Talk.
Working?
See, it looks like everything on this side.
Yeah.
I'm glad everything's working. We really need to play Joking Hazard. Like, we played it one time and that was it.
I've played it 2 times.
Well, fuck you. This is the... Oh, I swear to God, I thought it said dick enhancement.
No, it's deck enhancement. All of the
I get
expansion
that.
packs are called deck enhancement.
I thought it said dick enhancement.
That's
and I
the
was
point.
like, I know, but it literally looked like dick. Like, it did not look like dick.
That's the whole point, is making the
I
deck
get that,
enlargement.
but I'm saying it did its job well.
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Oh my God, and on the back it says this is not the full Joking Hazard game. This only makes your deck bigger. Has anyone played, to try and talk about something new, has anyone
Audio
played
sounds good.
Rapture
Audio
Rejects
sounds
yet?
So I did when it was in beta.
You did play the beta?
In beta, yeah.
And how is it?
I liked it.
I really need to play it. I love fucking...
I haven't
Friday
played it
Night
since
Happiness.
release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my thing was I was like, oh, beta, cool, I got into the beta. Didn't end up, like, actually playing the beta, and then it was like, oh, it's out now for $25, and I was like, I'll get you later.
It was fun. I like it.
I really
Was that
need
a
to
part
get...
of a Humble Bundle?
It was. That's how I got it.
Are you kidding
Humble
me?
Bundle.
I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
I'm still pissed off because last bundle,
Vicious.
I went the one with Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah.
I missed that bundle because apparently my credit card declined.
Ooh.
Are you shitting
That
me?
was the weekend of Gen Con, so I was not paying attention to
Ooh.
emails. And I was like, oh. And I fixed it. And then they're like, oh, sorry. Like, you've completely missed this. There's no way to give it back to you. But now we have it set up for next...
Fucking give that a pill or something to take care of that?
It's very droopy today.
What...
You just gotta talk nice
Is there
to
like
it.
a...
Just pet it a little bit.
I was going to say, do you have like a...
Make eye
screwdriver?
contact.
No.
It likes eye
I-
contact.
I don't...
Just-
I mean,
Same,
I
I'm
don't know.
fine.
That's
Just give it a
gonna be
minute.
really short.
It'll get droopy again.
Get ready, it's gonna spit in your face.
You know what you can do? Take this
Hold it.
and kind of wrap it around the base a little bit.
See, and then if you choke
Build
him...
some
Now put a
tension.
lemon in his mouth, though, because otherwise he's gonna pass out.
Oh God, David Carradine jokes. We are
He's
not
still
we
hanging
are not,
around with Robin Williams somewhere.
Christ. Yeah, not even 6 minutes in.
Too soon?
Too soon for David Carradine? No. Too soon for Robin Williams? Always. We're 2. Oh no, we're not 2 minutes in. We're 2 minutes average watch time.
Shannon, what have you been playing this week?
I do have something
Bunch
to talk
of
about.
Stuff all over the board.
What's that game you're playing
For
right now?
the King.
Looks very good.
Oh yeah, I've been playing a lot of For the King. Actually had Drake play with me quite a bit. Basically, it's basically D&D. So, but it works like
It's a roguelike D&D though. Like I mean, I would kind of.
Have you played it or seen me play it?
I've been watching you play it. Yeah, I'm saying from the perspective of like. Let me rephrase. That one game type is
Yes.
roguelike.
I know you scalped somebody and then went and gave her hair to another person.
That is kind of correct.
That's dope.
But no. Basically, the main story is that there's an adventure mode where there's like a hex board,
There's
right?
a physical release.
And you can like move like across.
Yeah, $25.
I'm sure it's physical. I bet it's a digital code inside of it. It's just a box.
That would be shitty.
They do that sometimes. But
Yeah,
no,
I
it
forgot
basically
about that.
you can play with up to 3 people. You can do local or online, whatever you want to do. but it's just takes a lot of things from D&D, a lot of different classes. You by playing the game, you get these lore points where you can buy other classes and things like that, and you can make more random events spawn in the world. And there's a lot of like initiative checks and speed checks and strength checks, and so there's a lot of anything's viable in that game. It's just sometimes you could be in the wrong place at the wrong time and just get attacked. You could have one of these things called like a cut purse. It's like a rat person pop up, and they'll just ambush you. And if you don't have like ambushers that can flee, you can't leave. And it'll just stab you and take whatever item it wants to. It can be like your bow on you that's like you've spent all your legendary bow, and it can just like I'm taking your weapon. And if you don't kill it by the next turn, it can like flee and leave and take your stuff.
I just have to read this review on the game, literally, because as you were saying that, I read this review. This is the worst fucking video game I've ever played. Every turn is a random, how can I fuck the player even more scenario. I've had more fun unwrapping the case than actually playing the game.
It is infuriating at times, but that's why I definitely recommend starting on the regular difficulty and then put it on Journeyman. Because I'm playing on Journeyman and I hate myself. But no, it's really fun. Even if you don't, let's say you're not a big fan of like the moving people across the board and everything. There is the mode, like the endless dungeon mode, where you can survive as many rooms as you can get through. So every so many rooms, you'll get to a shop, buy as many things you can. Things start to get more and more expensive. Then you start to get harder and harder and harder. So you see how far you can get. It's pretty fun. So, but no, it's been a blast. See you, Drake. Next time, bye.
Bye, Drake.
Don't get a DUI.
I'm only gonna get one. Just because you said that.
Wish you could hang out with us longer.
It's a physical release.
Oh, really?
That's what everything's saying. At least
No.
they said that
Well,
they were going to do a physical one, but
I don't know.
I'm also seeing that on. It's on a bunch of
on the
European and
Onion.
Asian websites, so I'm not seeing it on. It may not be a US.
So,
physical
let me ask you
release.
this: like I know you obviously were playing it on Switch here. You also have it on PC.
Mhm.
Which one do you prefer it on?
I mean, the Switch kind of stutters at points playing the game when the stuff's going on.
Do you have occasional frame rate issues?
Yeah, that I will say is a little obnoxious. But I mean, it's on the same exact update and everything. See, I don't see any difference with that.
Right, but I mean, like, I don't know. Like, there's
It's still-
there's some stuff that I like have on both, and I'm like, I kind of prefer it on Switch just because it's kind of a game that I pick up and play
You can
sporadically
because you can stop at any time and just save. I will say it's really nice having on the Switch. Now, since once you get later in the game, there can be a lot of inventory management, so being able to click and do that a little bit easier. So I mean, the inventory management's a little bit, I wouldn't say clunky because you don't have a keyboard or mouse with Switch, so it's not its fault. It's just console would be the same way, just any console.
Yeah.
But just because
It's just a console.
that,
Yeah.
it seems like it flows a little better on PC. But just because you could be click drag.
See, that's one thing that like is so weird because I thought I would feel the exact same way with Diablo 3, but honestly, I like it better on a console than I do
Controller is
Because
fantastic.
Yeah,
Not just that, the inventory management system on console needs to be brought over to PC. I'm sorry, I know people like the PC version, but it is so much better on console.
Coming as someone that's only played Diablo on PC, I have no opinion on this.
Have you seen what it is on console? Okay, so on PC, and I love it because it was the way the original game was, so it is fun to do it where it's all blocks. So, this bow is 6 blocks, make inventory space. On console, you have 64 inventory slots, pick up 64 items.
Oh, okay.
That makes
So
it
it's-
so much better.
Yeah.
but I will say, in general, I very rarely will you ever hear me say this. The controller controls
So much better.
so much better than the mouse and
I'll
keyboard.
give you
And you cannot hook. Sorry.
Well, no, you can finish that.
I was just gonna say the worst part. Like I feel like on the PC version, they need to put in a patch where if you hook up a controller, it just gives you the controller option. It doesn't do that. Like you can't play it with
See,
a controller.
because the way the game is built, specifically, it would change everything. So like the
It
console
changes
version
the
is actually
game.
built in a, I don't know if it's a different engine or there's something fundamentally that is completely different from the console version that allows them to use controllers,
Interesting.
whereas the
'Cause
PC
it's
version
built for
doesn't
a
have
controller
that
as
available.
opposed to hey, if you push W, you go forward.
Yeah.
It was hey, we literally built everything around. This
Well, and so
controller.
yeah. Well,
Interesting.
it's also because like the movement is like clicking, like Diablo 3. doesn't have like WSAD. Like you have
doesn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's right. Because it's been years.
right,
I haven't played that
yeah.
on PC since like 2013.
Click to move.
It's
Right,
all
right.
click.
which is
So you click like
Yeah.
So yeah, it's completely different. So yeah, it's what very rarely will you
it's
ever
also
hear me
a
say
lot
that.
harder. I find because then like I'm
I-
too busy trying to move away.
But
from
see,
combat
it's one of
to
those where
remember to attack.
once you're used to that, fuck it. That's how you're used to doing
Yeah,
it.
see, I say that I hate click to move, but then when I play World of Warcraft, I have click to move enabled. Because there's, for me, I like to, I'll just be going somewhere and I can look off in the horizon like, oh yeah, I need to cross this entire zone. Okay, I'm going to click on this mountain way off in the distance that I can barely see, and then I'll tab out and my character's just going to run in a straight line. Until
I
it
really
reaches
like to think
point.
that you come back and you're just dead.
It's
have no
happened
idea.
more than once.
Don't know
He's
what
like,
happened.
it's
You just wake up
It
and
happens.
You're like, whoa.
One of those things where I click and then I tab out and like 5 or 10 minutes passes. I'm like, oh shit, I'm playing a game. Fuck, I forgot.
Logged out due to inactivity.
But like for like certain classes, like especially like the Demon Hunter, there's a lot of like avoiding and dodging in that game. Once again,
We're talking for the king. Sorry.
no.
We're talking Diablo.
Yeah,
Okay.
Diablo. Being able to dodge with the right stick just feels so much more natural than just like the key bindings for dodging. And then you can remap any skill to any button on the controller too. That was one of those games that I was like, weirdly enough, PC game feel like it worked. Or at least Diablo 3, not including 1 or 2. I don't know if that would work, but it just for some reason I liked the controller for that game. I was very surprised.
I just love because I only ever played Demon Hunter. I love the fucking where I can turn my crossbow into a machine gun.
Oh yeah.
That is my favorite ability in that game. Where you're just like with arrows. What did everyone else play?
What have you been playing, Joe?
I am so excited. I started playing a new old game today. I finally bought Sims 4. That game is fucking fun. I spent 2 hours in character creation. That's not a joke. I bought it at like 2. I had it like installed at like 2:30, and then I was on that game until about 5 doing just character creation.
Damn.
And I've never done that before. Like I used to play Sims, and I would go to everyone else and be like, "Here, like build me a character," and then just hand me the controller. And then I'd play for like 3 minutes. I was like, "Ah, fuck this! I'm gonna just kill this guy." And then like now I'm like, I'm actually gonna try and play this game. I refuse to enable cheats too, so I'm gonna try and get achievements for it. But I didn't realize Sims 4 on console. So when Sims 3 came out on console, it was basically here's Sims 3, and then like here's like 2 or 3 of the expansions. On Sims 4, all of the expansions are there. They do come out a month later, but right now every single expansion that is available on PC is available on console, including the new one that comes out. I don't know if you guys have seen that, because I know people haven't been watching Gamescom a lot, but they have a new Magic expansion coming out.
I heard about that.
It
I-
basically turns it into like Harry Potter Hogwarts.
So the island expansion is already out.
Yes, Island Adventure came out like last month or the month before.
Okay.
This one comes out
Because I remember seeing stuff on that at E3.
Yes, and it looks really cool. Which, by the way, another thing also, not that anyone really cares, but if anyone is watching this or any of you guys decided that you wanted to play it on console, EA is having a Xbox sale right now where everything is like half off. So if
It's
you
the only
buy,
way they can get people to pay for their games.
basically, but if you buy Sims
God.
4, it's Sims 4 Deluxe Edition plus like 2 extra things that they threw in for like $9 right now.
Oh shit!
So I was like, fuck it. So I ended up, that's what made me pick it up. But the new expansion is basically like you walk through a portal and you come to this like floating island with a castle and you learn magic and like you actually like race brooms and like take potions classes and like it literally turns it into like Harry Potter, and I was like, this looks fun, it's cool. But that's basically all I've been playing. That and then slowly getting back into Destiny 2. And by slowly, I mean like there was one night I turned it on and I looked at the map and went, "This is overwhelming," and I turned it off.
Well, I mean,
Sounds about
every
right.
map marker is lit up on that game. I open it and it's like you have stuff here and here and here and here and here and here. I need you to come over and explain it to me.
Now,
Well,
I will say there's pros and cons with that. I like the fact that every time I log into Destiny on Tuesday, there's so much stuff I can do, and all of it is rewarding in some fashion. Now,
Well-
take it. I'm power level capped. So powerful rewards aren't really important to me anymore, but there's still shit for me to do.
What is the level cap, real quick? Sorry.
Level cap is 50. Power level is 750.
Brittany,
I want to see where I'm at.
EA doesn't do Gears 5.
So there's the pro of
Coalition.
there being a fuck ton of shit to do, but the con of also for a player that hasn't played in a long time logging into the game and opening up the director and being like, oh, holy shit, where do I start?
Yeah, I'm level 28, 325.
Yeah.
I have a long way to go.
So
And none of my shit matches. Shannon pointed that out very respectfully.
now, what I would say is focus
those.
on before October 1st. Just try to achieve level 50. Just try to finish the campaign.
I was gonna say, well, because
because
I'm still
at-
in Warmind, so I need to finish
on
Warmind
October
and finish
1st.
Forsaken.
So
On October 1st, when Shadowkeep goes live, every single character will be automatically brought up to 750 light.
Yeah.
Every single person will be power leveled up to 750.
Which that's my only thing though, is like, am I missing out on that?
no,
No.
because there's been a lot of content that came out, but it was specifically they added they added Gambit, they added like stuff like that, which you're still going to be playing Gambit. You can still go back and play the raids and stuff like that. You're not missing any storyline per se.
I get that. So I guess my question is, so like World of Warcraft.
Yes.
So Battle for Azeroth came out.
Yes.
Mhm.
By Battle for Azeroth, you get a automatic boost to.
There's a
not
very big
max
difference.
level, but
110.
that's what I'm saying though. So why?
So because what you're doing is inevitably skipping all of that stuff,
What are you skipping?
whereas
Like story. By doing that, is that what you're saying?
because you're not skipping any story.
No,
it's
I'm
just
asking
taking
World of
your
Warcraft. Are you saying you're skipping story
Correct.
to do that? Okay.
correct.
You're not skipping story. You're basically just saying I want to dive into current content. You can if you use the level boost for Battle for Azeroth on World of Warcraft, you can still go but you could go back to the human starting zone and do the level 1 quests if you wanted to. They're still available to you.
Gotcha.
All that you're doing is you're boosting your character to 110 so that you can dive into the content of the current expansion.
Gotcha.
Destiny is just if you play until level 50, theoretically you have completed all of the story content in the game.
Yeah.
Except the end game content like the raids.
I was gonna say I haven't touched a single raid yet.
But you've
Right.
done to get to level 50. You're going to basically do all of the Red War, which is the original campaign. You're
I've
going to
beaten
do
that.
You're going to do Curse of Osiris.
Beat
You're going to do
that.
Warmind,
I'm in that,
and then you're going to play Forsaken.
and I haven't started that.
Once you do all of that content,
You'll be at 50.
you'll be at 50.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The only reason I'm saying
Guaranteed.
is like, is there
You will
any
hit
chance that I'm gonna fuck this up and like not
No.
be 50 by the end?
You will hit 50 before you complete Forsaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I was
even-
blowing through stuff and skipping stuff and specifically not doing side adventures and that kind of stuff,
And you still.
and I still hit 50 before finishing
you will
Forsaken.
hit 50 when you complete like the Forsaken storyline.
Yeah.
And then there will still be all of the story to do like in the Dreaming City and all of that kind of stuff.
The Dreaming City. Have I not seen that yet?
No.
You won't see that until you complete the final mission of Forsaken.
And then there's a quest line you have to go through to get a talisman that will allow you to enter the Dreaming City.
Gotcha.
So there's still a lot of content to do. What's going to happen on October 1st is they're going to bring every player in the game to the same power level.
Yeah.
That way, when Shadowkeep starts, everyone's on the same playing field.
Gotcha.
Correct. And then, like I said, so right now I am really focused on Solstice of Heroes.
Mhm.
So like I'm
Oh,
really
Vanguard.
focused
I
on
remember
getting
that.
this
We talked
armor
about
set up.
Yeah.
The 27th of next month is the end of when
The
17th.
27th of this month is the end of Solstice.
No, they
The end of Solstice.
The
When's
moments
the end of
Moments of Triumph is the 17th. of
17th.
September.
So from now or from the end of Solstice of Heroes to the 17th, my main focus is getting all of the moments of
So you get a
triumph
t-shirt.
that I have access to, so I can get my T-shirt and shit. One of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to make a Titan and play through everything with that Titan, so I can try to get all the gear because I'm like 200
One of
new pieces of gear
One of the
away.
moments of triumph is amass
1,000 pieces of gear
in your collection.
in your collections. And so to do that, I'm going to make a Titan because I haven't played a Titan yet.
I've only played a Warlock ever since the beginning of Destiny 2, and I've never played a Hunter or a Titan. I've created them, but I've played maybe a mission or two, and that's it.
So I'm gonna
I
run through
have
that to try
a
to get
Warlock,
gear.
and I've unlocked a lot of stuff, and I'm only at like 950 out of 1,000. So if I want to get the 1,000 pieces of gear, I have to play another character.
Is there another opportunity to do Shattered Throne before the
Yes.
event is over?
But,
'Cause
oh
it'll
no!
be-
Before the end of Solstice, no. There will not be another chance to do Shattered Throne before the end of Solstice because last week was Full Curse, and there will not be another Full Curse week in the cycle for
but
Solstice.
there should be one before.
The end of Moments of Triumph,
Yeah,
but I don't think Moments
get
of
to that.
Triumph.
No, you guys are totally fine. I'm
No,
just
I
trying to
actually
follow.
there is a Moments of Triumph to complete the Shattered Throne dungeon. You will have a chance to do that
Shattered Throne's
before
fun.
MMXIX is over. You will not have a chance to get it for the masterworked Solstice gear.
Correct.
Yes.
The Solstice gear is actually pretty fucking cool.
The
It
Solstice
is.
gear is pretty cool.
My
I will say,
Titan
I
did, like, the
The
whole
armor
video,
glow,
like, showing
the
it,
armor
like-
glow. And
I do
all
also
that.
like the fact that you don't necessarily have to have everything masterworked in order to get the 2.0 version on
Yeah.
October 1st.
So as long as you unlock the legendary versions of your Solstice gear, come October 1st, you will go and visit Banshee inside the tower, and he will have a package for you that will give you all of the same Solstice gear legendary, but as armor 2.0, so that you can start equipping the custom mods and
Yeah.
all that.
Question for you that has nothing to do with Destiny, but I'm getting about a year and a half ahead of myself at this point. But would you be interested? We still need 2 other players. If either of you guys have Xboxes and or would like to play, feel free to jump in. But running through Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, 4, Reach, and 5 before 6 comes out.
oh yeah, fine.
Okay.
I did it. So that's what's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. For
I-
5, you literally ran through everything and just didn't play 5.
I ran through all
To get ready for
like
5
Reach through 4, including ODST, and I never played 5.
I just realized
I played
have
5
not-
multiplayer.
I have not played through a single campaign
Mm-hmm.
of Master Chief Collection all the way through. I have not completed a single campaign.
Yeah, I haven't completed any of it through Master Chief Collection. We did it all specifically through the individual games.
Correct.
But yeah, no,
So like every time I go in, it's like, oh, you still haven't beaten this. You haven't beaten this. So
That
like
would
I
be
can't
a-
go in and pick missions.
That would
It's
be
like,
a
oh, you
really
gotta,
cool
like-
thing for us to do on stream.
do like a live stream.
Before the launch of Infinite is
Yeah.
like maybe take a weekend and everyone has it off, and we either get together as a LAN party or do like
we
a
do it the weekend.
do like a community
Oh
stream.
yeah, easily.
Seven
and,
games?
and blow through. Oh yeah, easily.
They're each 8 hours long. 8, 12, 16.
I would say 6 to 8. So let's say
Let's
7
shoot
hours
it
total.
6, but still 6 games. That's 6 times 6. Almost 24 hours
Would-
straight.
I mean, I wouldn't say we'd have to play all through all of them.
I no, that's my goal. We don't have to on stream. but
Okay,
that's,
so to do
Let's say
to do
that's
an
my
individual to do a
thing.
single stream, no, not a possibility. But maybe if we wanted to get together and do like a community stream of, hey, let's play through Reach, and then let's do a different stream where we play through Halo 4, and then we play through Halo 5, and then just to get ready for the launch
Yeah.
of Infinite.
I'm just very sure.
But no, sorry. What were
Sorry,
we
we were on
talking
Destiny.
about with Destiny?
we're talking about Summer Solstice.
Solstice of Heroes. Oh no. So yeah, one of the things I need to do to get another Triumph is get more gear. So I'm gonna play through. I'm gonna make a Titan so I can run through all the stuff, get caught up to where you're at, then I can help you run through the other stuff that's currently going on. So that way
Oh, you're
you
talking
can
about-
I have
get caught
I have
up.
a hunter and a titan,
Talking about
both
me?
both at level
Oh,
30,
sweet.
both at level 30.
I have
Your hunter's max.
my hunter's max. He's not, or I mean he's practically max light level.
How long are the raids? Sorry, I don't mean.
It really depends on the group
So
you're with.
I just want to do the raids.
I got
I've not
Sherped.
done one.
I got Sherped through. I got Sherped through Last Wish and Scourge of the Past.
I haven't even heard of those.
Last
Leviathan
so
is what I'm still-
Last Wish was the raid for Forsaken.
Okay.
Scourge of the Past was a mini raid they introduced with Season of the Armory. So
What was that?
Season of the Armory was introduced with. It was the first season of year 2. So they had Forsaken.
Correct.
They had Season of Forsaken, and then after like 3 months, they did Season of the Black Armory.
Gotcha.
After that, they did Season of the Drifter, and then currently we are in Season of Opulence.
Gotcha.
Okay, with Season of the Armory, they introduced the Black Armory and all the forges and all this kind of stuff, and they introduced
My phone just died.
It's a 3-boss raid, and it's Scourge of the Past. When I got Sherpa'd through Last Wish with 3 people that knew what they were doing and 3 people that were complete noobs to the raid, we finished Last Wish in, I want to say, between an hour and a half and 2 hours.
Well, that's not bad. I don't think
and
these
that was-
raids are like 6 hours.
That was with
That's World of Warcraft.
Well, that's what I'm imagining.
Or a
when
hard
I think
mode.
of, like,
Oh, yeah, or like
Well, World of Warcraft's taken a vast difference from that because there's
Mm.
guilds right now that are clearing Heroic Eternal Palace in like 3 or 4 hours, and that raid's less than 2 months old.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
but how long do you think it would take to
Sidebar.
clear,
That's
like,
how that-
Leviathan?
to clear Leviathan, just to do the
Like,
base
if we
base
were to do it.
Leviathan, or are you talking all of the Leviathan encounters with
I don't know what
Leviathan?
None
so
of that means.
Leviathan's
Are you
split
talking
into-
the
I wanna do the
original Leviathan raid, not including
It was
any of the other
before
stuff?
Warmind, before
Yes.
Yes,
Forsaken.
yes.
You could probably do that in less than 2 hours easily.
I did it once. I did it once with 9, where I was like I had ran through.
Oh,
This
that's
was
your
me
guild.
Me
I
and
thought
you
you were saying
did
yes.
9 hours.
Me
I
and
was
you
like,
did
holy
this.
No, no, no.
We cleared it in what, like just under an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like 45 minutes.
Well played.
But what
me,
is-
him, and 4 people from our clan.
Yeah,
It was me. You,
but again, it was one of those like
Sir,
we had played it.
Mandeville.
But I was gonna
Sir,
say, I
Mandeville
jump in with you
crossbow,
2 and
and
then
one
3
other.
others. Like,
No, it was us 2, 4
no,
other
I'm
people.
asking if I were to jump in with you 2 and 3 others.
Oh,
You
it
think
would
we could clear it quick?
Yeah,
easily.
yeah,
Easily.
hour and a half at most,
Yeah.
and that's more or less teaching you the ropes, and everybody else already knows everything.
Yeah.
That's the other cool thing with our clan is everybody's.
Super chill.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to explain this to you. This is why you died. You need to do this and this and this. Okay,
And
got
then
it. And then
carry
you
on.
mess up and like, oh, okay, like you got it. Do
Like,
you need me to
I
explain it
found
better?
a,
Like everybody's really
I found
cool, calm,
uh,
That's
collected.
what I hate about World of Warcraft is because like you fuck one thing
It's
up
too
and then
toxic.
there's 8 people yelling at you and it's
Too
just like I can't do
Yep.
that.
Destiny is just a
anxiety
bunch
just
of people wanting to have fun.
I found
I
a
gotta talk about that by the way.
Discord
That was
server.
interesting. I played something
that,
new this week.
It's Destiny 2 LFG, like Discord server,
Okay.
and they have 200 raid rooms, 100 Crucible rooms, 100 Gambit rooms, and like 200 other like variety rooms. But they have individual text channels for all the different activities in the game, and you go in and they have a Sherpa channel. And I went in there and literally I was just like.
I think you've told me about this.
I was like
actually.
looking for a group to run through either Last Wish, Scourge of the Past, or Crown of Sorrow. Haven't done them before. Competent player, max power level. Hit me up. And within 10 minutes, I had a guy reach out to me and he's like, "Hey, I'm about to start a group to run through Last Wish. You want to join?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I joined in on him and he was super cool. Explained every fight really concisely. We ran the first encounter. We died one time because one guy didn't understand like how to run into the rooms to get to protect yourself from the insta kill ability that she does. And he was like, "Fuck, my bad. Forgot to explain that part. It's pretty important. Okay? When she does the big casty thing, run inside the room so you don't die." Next time, cleared the fight. Went on to the next boss. He explained it. One clear. Did it.
And I will say that that's another thing
Super chill.
that makes Leviathan very different from any other raids. Most other raids are like, okay, you do this, mini boss, you do this, mini boss, you do this, mini boss, you do this, final boss. That's basically how most of the raids play out.
Yeah.
Leviathan is all 100% mechanics based and then a final boss.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Last Wish is pretty similar to that.
Which, I will
Last
say,
Wish-
I did hear
Last
that
Wish
with
is
Last Wish
pretty-
because
it
the
is
way you were
pretty
explaining that, it reminded me a
like
lot.
there's one that has a jump puzzle you have to do. There's one that is a
Last Wish is the one that's timed, right?
no.
What was the one that you were saying has a 20-minute time limit?
That's for the Whisper of the Worm, I think.
Yeah, those are the.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Whisper
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Outbreak.
Nah, that's right. Speaking of which, I still need to get Whisper.
But like Scourge of the Past was really cool. Scourge of the Past was fun because the first encounter and the last encounter, you actually have to have somebody that stays back at like the beginning of the boss room, and like a map gets projected onto the floor, and you have one person that's a map reader, and they sit there and like it actually forces communication between players.
That's the thing that I don't
Because
like. Is
you
I
have to
don't
sit-
like talking with people online.
I didn't
That's
like
why,
it.
like, if I play with you guys, it'd be different. But like my social anxiety, like,
I
can't
didn't
do
like
that.
it. I didn't like it either. But as soon as the guy explained it to me, he's like, "Okay, we just need." He's like, "Are you confident running the orbs?" And I was like, He's like, "Are you confident killing enemies?" He's like, "Are you able to read a map?" And I was like, "Maybe." And he literally stood where the map would be, and he's like, "Okay, this is going to be 1. This is going to be 2. This is going to be 3, and this is going to be 4. When one of these lights up, just yell out the number. That's all you got to do." And I was like, "Okay, cool." He started the encounter, and I literally sat there the entire time, killed a couple small ads, and every time one of them lit up, I was like, "Okay, you go to 1. Okay, now this guy goes to 2. Now this guy goes to 3. Look, Corey's
asking if we've talked about Destiny
We're
2
literally
yet.
talking about Destiny. Yeah, Scourge of the Past. When I got Sherping through that, I think that was a sub 45-minute raid, and that was with him fully explaining each of the 3 encounters.
So that's not bad.
Like it was
I seriously was thinking
super
like 6-hour
quick.
raids. That's why
There's
I was like,
people
I'm just
that-
not even gonna bother.
the current raid, Crown of Sorrow. There's people that like I watched Glad. He's one of the high level Destiny 2 streamers. I watched him and 2 of his clan mates. So they 3-manned a 6-man raid. They 3-manned it in 45 minutes.
So yeah, time is not a major factor in these raids,
If you
as
guys
long as
wanted-
you know what you're doing.
If you guys wanted to find a night where we can all get together, and I'm sure it would be easy for us to find a group to get together.
Like we can't
and
this
play.
weekend, but like next Saturday, we could probably run through some stuff. Next Saturday's Comic-Con. Sunday after or Saturday after.
I'm sure we could find a time to sit down and actually build both these races. I love Leviathan. I love everything about the aesthetics of Leviathan.
Callus is awesome.
The Callus
Yeah,
fight is dope.
it's also one of those I would recommend us getting you guys through Leviathan before we get you through other stuff, just because there's stuff at the end of the original Leviathan raid that
you need to
you need to see before you play the other stuff.
before you start to understand the rest of the count.
Correct, because you'll probably get some spoilers for some stuff, and there's a really cool
Like what?
mechanic. There's a really cool mechanic that's in the original Leviathan raid that you kind of have to experience, and then once you,
Understand.
So should I not play Forsaken?
No. I'm saying for Leviathan raid content. So anything that takes place on Leviathan, I would recommend not touching that stuff
So-
until you beat the original raid.
The Leviathan
Yeah.
itself is broken up into 3.
Yeah, I know all that. We've
You have
talked about
the
that.
base one, Spire of Stars, and Eater of Worlds.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, you can do them in any order.
You need to play
technically.
the base one before you go and do Spire of Stars or Eater of Worlds.
Gotcha.
No? Okay. You look like you had.
Looks like you had some gas.
That means I'm supposed to be going to bed.
Sounds right. Welcome to 10:30.
No. One thing I played this week that I forgot all about is I did do the beta for what's it called? Nuclear Winter for Fallout 76.
How was
I
that?
got my ass kicked. Actually, I made it pretty far. I made it 12 minutes in, but a lot longer than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
So, first things first is it's only squads.
Yes.
So there is
So
no
Apex.
like solo version.
Well, solos is only a limited time event.
True.
Again, I don't talk to people online, and the way it goes is there is no like, oh hey, you're
I
flying in
haven't
there
either,
because it
Brittany.
follows the storyline of Fallout. There is no airplane and then you jump out. It's okay. Here's a map. Click on the map where you want to spawn, and we'll spawn you there. It won't show you anyone else's it won't show you anyone else's thing, even your party. Like it will not show you anyone else's spawn point. So I spawned I think it was 1,000 feet or
Yeah.
longer than that. But I was on the other side of the map for my team. So I spent 12 minutes just going, wow, that'd be nice to have a team over here. So I ended up getting 3 kills. But I was
Nice.
going through, and the other thing is there's no explanation. It's just figure it out yourself.
I never would consider Fallout. Fallout has decent gunplay, but not in a competitive player versus player situation.
Yeah.
I give you that, but it worked out pretty well.
And see, that's what I've heard people say, but at the same time, if I'm going to play a battle royale, I'm either going to play PUBG, Apex, or Firestorm.
See, my thing with that Firestorm is pretty great. The one thing I
Only
will
because-
say though
only
is
because
just
of
the fact
vehicles.
of,
I love me some Apex.
I just love Fallout. So anything Fallout, and if I could be in that world and experience that world and just the atmosphere of it, I was just like, I'm down. But no, talk about a game where, because you were talking about Destiny, where all the players are just like very, trying to help everybody out and just trying to help everyone through and stuff. That is a game where like that was surprisingly like most people in that game will just sit there to help people out.
Oh
That
yeah.
really blew me away
Like
because
everyone was like, "Oh,
I was
all this game is gonna be
expecting this
nukes
game,
going off
like,
and everyone
oh,
just
yeah.
fucking trolling
I was
and
expecting to
just
be
being
one of the
dicks
most
and,
toxic communities in an online game, and
And
it's
like
quite
no,
the
like, hey,
opposite.
are you a new
Destiny just
player?
blew me
Like,
away.
here's like 1,000, rations of water. Here's a bunch of food. Like, here's ammo. This is where you need to go for this.
that was
Stay
there was
away
an
from
article
this area.
published about that, like right after Fallout 76 launched, like how everyone was expecting it to be toxic,
Yeah.
and then there were players that were waiting outside of the vault for new players to come out, and were like, here's rations of water, here's
Yeah.
food, here's weapons, here's ammo, here's armor. Have fun.
My thing with it also is though, and again, I know people say what you want about it launching, say what you want about all that stuff, and how mad people were with the game, but I do think it was a cool social experiment almost, where it was okay. We're obviously not going to take 1,000 actual real life people, put them in a post-apocalyptic world, and send them out to see what happens. So doing it via a simulator of a game, I thought was a cool concept of, okay, here's this new world, after this war, what are you guys going to do? Like, are you guys going to help? Are you guys going to destroy it? Are you guys going to, what are you guys going to do? And just the way that people came together to help each other. I thought it was kind of a cool social experiment almost.
100% agree.
And I think it's a good game. I know a lot of people hated on it, but for what it is,
Yeah.
it's a good game.
Yeah. I
will say I don't know if I would charge. I hate saying this because it's a Bethesda game, so this hurts saying. I don't know if I would have charged $60 for it. That's my thing.
The problem with that game, bugs. I know I've heard they've worked a lot of them out. things like that.
Bugs.
It's Bethesda.
B,
though. You gotta be used to it.
bugs. C, bugs.
Okay, well then D.
Speaking of
was
bugs,
that just like you take a single player game like fan base, and you force them to use it online. So it just a lot of people were salty about that because a lot of people that play that series, like I don't play online.
No,
I don't-
Fallout.
Which-
Fallout is
this
about
is
a
my
single player world.
I will give you that. However, to counter that, this is Bethesda, a company that is known for, oh wow, you really like our single player game? Well, here's this game. Here's the next one. We're going to give you Skyrim in 2011. 2019, we still don't have another Elder Scrolls game.
yeah,
By the way, we're
So-
porting Skyrim to your refrigerator.
Excuse me?
it is on Alexa.
Yes.
My whole thing is just the fact of, okay,
Alexa, play Skyrim.
they literally went through and, sorry, Corey. No, but we went through and it was, okay, here's Fallout 4. Came out in what, 2015?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds right.
So then 4 years later, it's okay, here's another Fallout experience, and everyone's throwing a fit because it's not Fallout 5. And it's like, guys, there was what? So that was 9 years between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4.
Sounds about right.
We've had
8 or 9.
how many years between Oblivion and Skyrim? We've had how many years waiting for Elder Scrolls 6? Like, when it's, hey, we're wanting to try something different with this IP, we weren't supposed to have anything for the next 8 years. We could have just
Yeah.
had nothing.
Right.
So my thing is, I mean, it's okay for them to try new things, and I think it was a good thing for them to try it and do something, and everyone is like, oh, well, I'm a Fallout player, and this game wasn't for me, and now I'm mad. Well, you still have Fallout 4. They didn't get rid of Fallout 4. If they delisted Fallout 4 and then replaced it with this, and was like, this is all you can play now, I can understand being pissed. But, like, you still have Fallout 4. You still fucking have Fallout 3 if you're on Xbox.
New Vegas.
So it's just like you've got Fallout experiences.
I will say, speaking of Bethesda bugs, though, so I am so far behind on the Rooster Teeth podcast, but I just got to the episode.
Was it today?
Mush versus the baby.
Oh,
And there's a spot where Gavin is
So
talking
fun.
about playing VR and playing Skyrim in VR. And
Yep.
so there's a bug that is very prominent in Skyrim where when you're starting off, you wake up on the cart.
oh good, you're awake.
Yeah. And then, like, there's a weird bug glitch where the horses start freaking out and everything flips. Apparently in VR, that's really bad. Because you're sitting here and then you see everything going and then, like, it sounds like you're flipping and your brain sees you, like, moving and flipping and rotating and your body's not and your stomach just goes, nope, this isn't right. Like, and so, like, Gavin said, like, he had to, like, close his eyes and, like, 2 minutes later, like, he's still sitting there with his eyes closed, but because he's seeing lights from all of this stuff happening, he just had to take it off. He was about to just, like, puke all over. Right. That would be my first reaction. But no.
It is Gavin,
but,
though, so.
yeah. So he's like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll just close my eyes and open and he got himself fucked over with that. But
I don't know if I've told you this a bunch, but I can't remember if I've told this on this podcast or not. If I have, just tell me and I'll skip it. But do you actually know what motion sickness is? Like, physically, you know what it physically is.
What do you mean?
Do you know why you have that reaction to motion sickness? Why people get sick and start vomiting?
I guess not specific. I mean, I
So basically,
Good.
your brain. So in that situation,
thinks that you're in a different place than you really are.
correct. So the
Yeah.
problem is your brain is saying, "Hey, your eyes are telling you we're
Dissociation between
moving."
stimuli and actuality.
So your brain
Yeah.
thinks it's being poisoned, so it immediately starts making you puke to try and clear out your stomach to get rid of that poison that it thinks is there.
Mhm.
Someone told me that, and I was like, "That's fucking ingenious. Stop it, brain."
right. But yeah, no, it's just
I can't
so
do
weird that
That
like
makes sense.
even this day and age,
I mean, that is
In-
a fucking
in
9-year-old
VR.
game that they just took it and put a new camera in it.
right? But what I'm saying is like even in VR on a re-release of this game, it
re-release
still
of a
has the
re-release.
exact same bugs that it had at the beginning because it's Bethesda. That's what they're known for.
But that's what I'm
Bugs.
saying. It's literally that's the
They're
thing.
not
It's
bugs,
not a
they're
re-release of a
features.
re-release.
Exactly.
It's not a re-release of a re-release. It was, hey, we took it for this. Let's just update it to run on this. Cool, it's running on this. Okay, let's put a different camera in it and make it, more first person than it already was.
Let's just make your character
It's still the
look
same
like
game.
it has a train on its
That is the greatest thing in the world.
head.
Have you guys seen that? That is great.
Thomas
So
the Train Engine.
in
No.
in Fallout 3, there in the DLC the pit. When you go to the pit, you actually have you get into a subway train, and the subway takes you to the pit. They were sitting there and were like, we don't have time to program an entire train system and all of this.
I know what you're talking about. I remember now.
So they went through and showed this off, and you can find the video on YouTube, and it's fucking funny.
It's hilarious.
But what they do is it equips a new helmet, and it controls your view, so you can't change your character view. It equips a new helmet that looks like a train, and then your character just runs.
You're
through
just
the
going like
wasteland
this, running through the
at
subway.
like 500 speed through the subway to
Yeah.
get to the pit. It's literally, they
Okay.
showed like
It's so
they
great.
pulled a camera and like moved it around, and it literally is just a fucking guy with a fucking train on his head just running. And I was like, that's a good way to handle it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Put it on a rail and be like, go.
It's pretty great.
It did its job.
Nick, what have you been playing?
Destiny 2.
Besides that.
Surprise.
I will say, not to derail the conversation and go back to Destiny 2.
I knew it would happen.
Cross save's pretty cool. Cross save went live today, so I was very pissed off because when I was doing cross save, I was like, shit, I can either A, do it for my Xbox characters, which are my original characters from original Destiny that I brought over,
I'm gonna have to work, by the way.
or nice, or I could do it on my PC characters, which are higher level. I've already got a bunch of stuff unlocked for them and everything like that. So I went ahead and did it. What?
What is ribbon cheese?
Riven cheese.
Someone in the
Oh,
group
so
said
there-
need
there-
one for ribbon cheese.
So when you do Last Wish, the final boss fight, there's a way to cheese the fight and only do one phase instead of having to do the coordinated
Got it,
shooting of the eyes and all this. There's a way to cheese the fight and kill Riven in one phase. When I did my Sherpa run of Last Wish, we cheesed Riven and killed him immediately.
Yeah.
The worst part of the Last Wish, the entire raid, the Kali the Corrupted, super easy. Morgreth, easy. Shirochi, long and time gated, easy. The Riven fight, super easy. After Riven, when you do the Queen's Walk, fucking annoying. Because it requires you to talk. Requires you to talk to your teammates, and you literally have to sit there and count down. Because you have to watch the buff you have and count down how much time you have left, or else the entire raid will fail.
Jeez. No, but no, anyway, long story short, so I love playing Destiny 2. I love my PC clan, don't get me wrong. It's great, but my biggest thing is my family I have with my Xbox clan. Yes, Brittany, I'm looking at you. I love you, redneck. Anyway, but it's one of those where I really didn't want to lose that clan, because if I make my PC characters my mains, then it more or less deletes my Xbox characters. But then I found out that it actually, I mean, it does, but I can have my PC characters part of an Xbox clan. Therefore, I can still be part of Merlin's Knights. So I just have to leave 9 to join Merlin's Knights. I'm sorry. But I still got connections into 9.
So then now, every time I play with you, I don't get my clan bonus.
Deal with it.
But that means I'm also not getting my clan bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
I know.
Okay. I'll remember that.
I don't ever remember that.
But no, yeah, long story short, went ahead, got everything switched over, and just to test it out, jumped on Xbox and played a match of Gambit. We had a couple bugs. For some reason, my light level to everybody else in the fire team was showing up as 0. And when we started the match, Kyle got kicked out, but me and Zach were still able to play together. So, like,
I dyed my shit.
There you go.
why do you look so you look like Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox now. like the way your character's oriented, like the
Fuck
My
you.
turn now, Mom.
But I have blades on my wrist. my elbows.
Got blades on my wrist, but don't call me a blade wrist.
I
Anyway,
really like this cloak I found.
which cloak is that?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Phoenix.
That's the Crucible. That's
Wing theorem.
uh
Or, well, that's what it is for.
for warlocks. I don't remember what it's called on. I don't remember what it's
Binary
called.
Phoenix cloak.
Yes,
You didn't know that.
I did. I have multiples. I will prove this. My phone's down. I will no longer be able to prove this to you. But no,
I cannot prove this at the moment. I'm sorry.
But no, yeah. So I like the fact that so I'll still be able to stay in Merlin's Knights.
Now I'm bigger than
Awesome.
you.
But no,
Look how tall he is.
yeah, it's cool.
Now you're a piece of shit.
God, Destiny's such a
Why
great
does
game.
your guy look so fucking cool? Fuck you, bring that back.
Max level, man.
Transfer.
Just start smashing the phones together.
Oh, here, hold on.
Yes.
Had them back to back. Yeah, I was just thinking.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Now you have all my stuff.
Copy. No,
Just plug in the keyboard and hit Control C.
Do I
Plug into your
don't even have
control.
my good boots equipped.
mm.
Well, I don't have transversive steps equipped.
Those boots are made for walking.
I wish there was a way that I could be on like 2 different clans with one character.
Why do I have so much shit?
Why don't they
What?
introduce the ESO way where you can be a part of 5 different clans?
I
That
wanna
would be
know why this
awesome.
is a game. This is a game that gives you 50 emotes a goddamn day, and you can only carry 10 at all.
No, you can carry a fuck ton more than 10.
I can
And-
carry 10.
What in Destiny?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you have not logged in a while.
You can
Emblems. Excuse me. Sorry. Emblems.
emblems.
Oh, well,
Not
just
emotes.
pick a fucking emblem you like and stick with it.
So what do I do with these other fucking ones that keep
Dismantle 'em.
giving me?
They go to your collection. You can always get them back
Yeah,
later.
you can
Yeah,
always-
yeah, yeah.
can
You just say, I want this now.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can only carry so many on a time. So if you're like, okay, these are my favorite 3. You can
I just
swap
thought
between
like
those.
once I got rid of it was gone.
No.
So I've just been
That's
like,
your
what the
collection.
fuck? So there's
No.
like 40 waiting for me at the fucking like.
No, yeah,
Jesus
you can
Christ.
you can store all of them and then go into your collections under Flare. Hey, by the way,
I also don't know what any of these are.
of this stuff you can dismantle. All the ones with the little circle on them
Mhm.
can be dismantled. Those are the old weapon mods, and
Oh,
those,
yes.
those are trash now.
Yeah, that'll just
Does
give you glimmer.
everything here.
Yeah,
Now-
all
now,
of those.
watch-
Not the
trash.
Phoenix.
Watch doing that slightly because you don't want to. So, you have a limit of 100,000 glimmer right now. So do not
Why?
get to the. The game
That's
caps you out at
a
100,000 glimmer.
You can use that
So
to unlock
as you're dismantling shit,
Uh-huh.
like dismantle it. But then if you get close to 100,000 glimmer, stop dismantling. Spend the
some money.
glimmer, then go back to dismantling. To save room in your inventory, though, you can throw it in the vault for now and then dismantle it at a later time.
Glimmer should be
What
on
was I
there,
saying?
right?
Glimmer will get an update to 250,000 cap.
No, I'm
On
just trying to figure out how much I
October.
October.
I mean, just to give you an idea, this is all the stuff that I keep in my vault.
How do you get to your vault? My vault
Go to-
has like
go
2
to
things
gear.
in it.
Go to gear and hit vault.
Yeah, that's my
literally has 2 things in it,
my vault.
and I have probably
My vault has like 2 things in it. Two
His-
things exactly.
his has 2 things.
Why?
Mine
Is there
has
something I'm not
150.
doing right?
Sounds right.
So basically, I keep if I get a new armor or weapon that I don't already have, I put it in my vault.
See, I like that, but I can't wear that now. Like it's
Why
too
not?
low. And
So
I can't infuse it.
Yeah, you can.
I literally don't have the materials. I mean,
So then,
No, Joe-
then you just wait until
October 1st,
and that'll be
That'll be
750.
750.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Eh,
By the way, since I saw the light level on that, it was 286. The old school Iron Banner stuff from year 1 doesn't have any perks on it.
correct.
If you notice, you
it
only
does.
you only have those 2, but it doesn't have any of the
You don't have any perks. I mean, you have 2, but
It,
you don't
no,
have-
it doesn't have any of the perks like
kidding.
loaders or
that means.
unflinching aim. So, like, it's a helmet, right?
Okay.
So let's go to.
This is probably awesome for people watching the video that can't see our.
So let me find a helmet that I have that's actually high level. So, like Ashes to Assets or Heavy Ammo Finder, those don't have that. There's going to be 2 more weeks of Iron Banner before Shadowkeep comes out.
Yes, there is.
You can get that armor piece, but with the updated perks from year 2.
Correcta Mundos.
This key.
Like I have
I just don't like the armor shit. I'm tired of wearing like the hey, I found a piece of leather and I strapped it to me. Like I like the cool like fucking like he's got like full on fucking like suit of armor. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
I
true.
was max level at one time and I still didn't get cool shit.
Oh, there we go. Collections. You go to Flare, and under Flare you can go to.
Where are you at?
Go to Companion,
Oh, companion.
Collections, Flare, and then under Flare emblems, and so you can click on like events, and you'll have all the all the emblems you have available from events. You can hit Emperor's Shadow, and then if you're in game, you can collect that emblem and bring it into your inventory and equip it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
So
So
does that cost?
like it's
I
Glimmer.
don't think emblems cost anything.
They might not.
I'm pretty sure emblems are free to do that
I
with.
literally had the
Ghosts
beta.
cost glimmer or brightness depending on the ghost, but I'm pretty sure emblems are all free.
I had the beta one in Destiny 1. I used that till the very end. I never got rid of that. I still have the
I have
Destiny 1 beta installed on my Xbox just because I want to look back at it every now and then and be like, oh, look at that.
I have that one from the Destiny 2 beta, the first wave,
Nice.
the emblem,
Where did you find that one?
It's under
I'm pretty
events.
Sure I did that one. So I should have.
the first wave. Yeah, you got it.
I only am missing one, and it was Forsaken Refer a Friend.
Oh, I have that one.
Mhm.
Oh.
I'm still salty.
I meant I have that one for Sake and Refer Friend.
I'm upset that I don't have laser tag.
So I do on Xbox.
Shannon, how are you enjoying?
And I just deleted that character for.
Maybe if Shannon played Destiny more.
I know it's just some of those things. I know I'm not gonna get all the stuff, so I don't want to. I don't like half do it and then not.
But you can still play and earn things coming up to
I mean,
Shadowkeep.
yeah, you are to level 50 though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
not
Oh,
level-
you-
I'm at like 722.
Yeah, that's right.
So you
Okay.
don't have to be max light level to play the game.
No, I know. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just all the stuff that you guys are doing. It's just like you're trying to work on like upgrading your armors. And it's like I'm not gonna be able to finish that in time.
Right, but you can still hang out and play Gambit with us. You can still hang out and play Crucible with us. You can still do the strikes with us.
Not too drunk.
I mean, you gotta put an asterisk. With
That was a rough night.
18 glimmer.
that was. I will say, as rough as that night was, it was entertaining.
I had 100,000 glimmer yesterday, and I spent 90,000 of it. Buying-
Do- do-
buying
Is
all
there
my
any
chests.
reason to buy anything from these?
Does the
people?
barge reset on Tuesdays or Sundays?
the golden barge on Nessus
Yeah.
resets on Sundays?
Okay, so it is
Resets
still
on
Sundays.
Sundays.
So I still can't do anything for that. I have one more upgrade left on my fucking chalice.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I haven't ran Menagerie in
What's
I don't know
Cade 6?
how fucking long.
neither have I.
What do you mean? Where's Cade 6? Dead.
I was about to
Spoiler
say,
alert.
Ooh, awkward for you.
Who do I go to now? Did they replace him?
Yeah, Kate.
Can I turn in shit?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They didn't
where do you
replace
go
him with
to?
Anybody.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Where do you go to? This isn't
You're
like
talking to me?
yeah. This isn't like Destiny 1 where you have to go to your hunter to gain hunter ability or your hunter leader to gain hunter abilities
Oh, I
type stuff.
thought it was.
No. So in Destiny 1,
I know
like
you can go to everybody, but I thought that like you could actually do special shit. You could get special shit off of Cade 6.
yeah, specific stuff that he gives you as
But now you
rewards
can
for
get
different
them.
quests and stuff.
Request them.
But if you haven't gotten to that point yet, then Cade 6 is still available in the tower for you. It just only to you because you're the only person that hasn't gotten to the point where he's dead yet.
Gotcha. I have all of the ghosts from the first season,
Nice.
and then none from season 2, none from season 4, 5, 6.
But,
or 7.
So we're just gonna end the podcast here, and we're all gonna go home and play Destiny 2, right?
No, I'm going to bed. I have to be at work in 6 hours. At work.
I am the 4 o'clock tomorrow.
I unfortunately have to be at work at 8 o'clock to go to fucking serve safe.
I'm sorry,
Maybe you should have.
And guess who's teaching it?
Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm. Just who
Dude,
I
I
want
just-
to educate me about food safe.
Okay. This does not leave here anything. I know this is going on the internet, but please, for the love of God,
This is
Don't
the
sue me.
stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard you say in my life. We are ending in like 30 seconds. You can tell us in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Post show.
Okay.
Yeah, let's save that for post show.
Okay.
I don't want to get your ass fired.
Okay, that's true. I won't get fired. It's just like
You'll be shot for this.
Talk about a
No,
couple
more
other
like chewed
things.
out. I've been chewed out before.
let's just say I've taken
dick or two,
tips
yes.
multiple times. I guess that kind of fits. But I've taken tips multiple times. No, I was saying I've taken tips multiple
Hey,
times.
I
I'm just saying
know,
I've taken tips. Okay.
We know.
Anyway.
Taking some
we
tips.
know.
So I've taken tips multiple times.
Stop saying it.
This was the most interesting time I've ever taken it, and we actually it was yeah.
He's just sitting over here just digging his own grave, man.
Yeah,
Raising.
okay, fine. I guess we might as well end this. So till next time, I'm Nick,
I'm Tyler.
Joe.
Shannon.
and this has been the Destiny
that's
2
great.
podcast.
This has been the Destiny 2 podcast. Bye.
We'll see you guys later on Destiny 2 and in Discord. Bye. Thanks. Okay, love you. Bye.